All right, emergency one take video right here. I found the warmest, closest place that I possibly could to the stadium because, oh my God, we just saw John Cena turn heel. I was there. The very first time I ever saw John Cena wrestle a match, he turns heel. Is it me? Because like the last time that I saw John Cena, he was at Money in the Bank and he announced his retirement tour. Like, I think it's me. But welcome everybody here to my Elimination Chamber review. My name is Conman167. I was there. I was 2 rows back, right behind commentary. There was so many celebrities around me. What the fuck? Like, Drake was literally sitting in the row in front of us, 3 seats to the left. The amount of security that he had around him was insane. The one big dude beside me, man, it's a good thing I'm skinny because, like, he squeezed me out. That sounded sus. And I'm gonna do my best to make sure that this looks good because I'm literally resting this on my coat and on a pillow with my bag that has all my equipment in it resting right in front of it. So let's just get right into this thing. So we started it off with the Women's Elimination Chamber match, and this thing cooked right from the get-go. Jade Cargill returning and taking out Naomi. My God, this camera's going to be a problem. So it was revealed Naomi was the one who attacked Jade Cargill. She took her out of the match, and it was vicious, dude. Bianca was losing her mind in the pod. Just what an incredible match. From the return of Jade Cargill to Naomi getting beat up to Bianca losing her mind, Liv Morgan's incredible performance in it, and then Bianca at the very end walking out with the win. I'm thrilled, okay? Like, granted, I know there's probably more of a story there if you were to do Bianca versus Jade, but at the same time, Bianca versus Rhea is a mega money match. It's truly can't miss, and now the WrestleMania card is looking really good already, so hey, I'm here for it. But I just gotta give credit to everybody in that match. Like, I don't know, I haven't been able to watch it back on TV yet, so I don't know how the arena sounded, but I know that our area was just on fire. Everybody couldn't believe what they were witnessing. The match itself was vicious, and in my opinion, the right person won. Liv Morgan came that close again, and I wonder when it's gonna be her time to actually get a big-time victory. Yeah, sure, she's been women's world champion. Now she is the women's tag team champion, but like, this felt like it might have been her opportunity to win. But either way, it's Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley or Io Sky at WrestleMania, and that, jeez, sign me up, man. All right, next up, if I'm remembering correctly, was Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. You know, this was one of those matches that going into it, I wasn't really all that excited for it. I thought that maybe Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus should have been the match, and it wasn't, and that's okay. I think that it ended up being a fine tag team match that, you know, did its job. It got Tiffany Stratton over with the Toronto crowd. Seeing Trish Stratus wrestle with Tiffany Stratton was a generational tag team. And if Trish Stratus has like another 10 matches in her, look, I wouldn't be opposed to Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus running as tag team champions, just saying. But in the end, this was the right result. It was Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus going over, picking up the win. Good tag team match. Fun to see Trish Stratus in Toronto again. Tiffy got a big pop. And honestly, Nia Jax worked the Toronto crowd great. She was very, very fun to watch, and she got an incredible amount of heat. So then I guess that brings us to our third match, which, oh boy, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, unsanctioned match, just an absolute war. Like, they brawled all over the arena. There was tables, there was chairs, there was barbed wire chairs. Like, did we see an actual hardcore match in 2025 in WWE? We most certainly did. Like, Cactus Jack would be incredibly proud of what Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens did in that match. And I gotta say, man, like, I love Sami Zayn. I absolutely adore that man. He's my twin, okay, my ginger twin. And I was rooting for him, man. I was hoping he was gonna pull it off. We got the return of Randy Orton afterwards, and I was thinking maybe Randy Orton was gonna show up during the match and help save Sami Zayn. But hey, Randy Orton returning afterwards, after Kevin Owens picks up the win over Sami, saving Sami Zayn from further injury. Look, that's a good idea, but also this freaks me out a little bit because I think maybe Sami Zayn has been written off of the WrestleMania card, and that to me, I know that he's been busting his ass, right? He has been absolutely just tearing it up over the last I don't know how many years, but it's going to suck maybe to not see Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. And I just actually don't know where we go here with Sami Zayn, right? If he's off TV for a little bit due to injury because Kevin Owens wrote him off, like, are we going back to Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in the future? Probably not, right? That felt like that was the end of the feud. The pop-up power bombs on the ring apron, geez, like that's a callback all the way to their original NXT Black and Gold days, and it's just literally the debut of Kevin Owens hitting that power bomb on the ring apron onto Sami Zayn, writing him off of TV, and it's full circle, man. It's a full circle moment. Kevin Owens, you gotta love what he did in that match. If you were a Kevin Owens fan, right? If you're a Kevin Owens fan and he was just destroying Sami Zayn like that, yeah, probably felt pretty good. But us Sami fans, man, that was difficult to watch. It's, again, no Sami Zayn at WrestleMania potentially makes me a sad con. And also, if I'm speaking a little bit quiet here, I do apologize, okay? I'm literally in a hotel lobby right now. I'm just trying not to draw too much attention to myself, because I'm that weird dude right now sitting by a painting talking to himself into a camera. But let's get on to the main event. Let's get on to the thing that we are going to be talking about for ages, for years, for freaking decades to come. The way that we still talk about Hulk Hogan's heel turn and how impactful it was back in the day. Look, me and Santi's app, when we were walking back from the event, we were talking about where does this rank, like, alongside of Hulk Hogan's heel turn, right? Where does John Cena's heel turn? And I know I'm skipping ahead to the end here because it's all I can think about, but where does it rank, right? Where does John Cena's heel turn rank in comparison to Hulk Hogan's? And the fact is that Hulk Hogan was an 80s, like, superhero for a bunch of kids, right? He was their guy. Eat your vitamins, say your prayers, brother, brother, brother. Hulkamania's running wild. And just like Hulk Hogan was a superhero through the 80s to a bunch of kids, John Cena was a hero to a bunch of kids. Me, like, I'm now 30, basically. He was my superhero, right? Growing up, I got to watch John Cena. I got to see his entire career, at least as a babyface. I didn't see the early Chain Gang stuff because I started watching in 2005. But you got to think, when I started watching in 2005, guess who was at the top? John Cena. And it's always referred to as, if you were a John Cena fan growing up, oh, you're just that little baby, you like wrestling? But no, man, as we got older, John Cena, we realized the impact that this man had on all of us as wrestling fans. Most of us watch wrestling, at least if we found it, from 2000 onwards, because of John Cena. Like, we just can't picture what WWE would be like without John Cena, without the babyface John Cena. But now, we're gonna experience it. So let's talk a little bit about the Chamber, then we'll talk some more about the heel turn of all frickin' heel turns, man. The Elimination Chamber, Men's Elimination Chamber, John Cena, CM Punk, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre, along with Seth Rollins. I think that's 6, right? I don't think I repeated Seth Rollins. One take, who cares? This is what you would call a stacked, and I mean stacked, Elimination Chamber match. It was hilarious because we were watching Logan Paul in the pod, I was watching CM Punk in the pod, and just when you're sit at ringside, you see so many different things that doesn't get captured on TV. Like watching, I don't know if it actually was captured on TV because I haven't seen it back yet, but Logan Paul writing OVO because Drake was sitting, like, right over there, right, and looking at Drake. He wrote OVO with the Sharpie on the pod. CM Punk, there was this light that kept falling. This light kept falling in the pod, and I think it happened like 3 or 4 times, and Punk had to fix the light every single time. In terms of the match, though, Drew McIntyre was eliminated. It was a roll-up, and that's crazy. Then he took out Damian Priest, so I think you know where we're going with this one. Bro, look, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, WrestleMania. I can maybe get on board, but geez, when you see the year of 2024 that Drew McIntyre had, you see where he probably should be. He was not out of place at all in that chamber, but he's kind of treated like he was. And, like, yeah, sure, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre is a big enough match when you look at it on paper, because Damian Priest, former world champion, Drew McIntyre, former world champion, they go all the way back to WrestleMania last year. Yeah, okay, like, I get where they're going with it. long-term booking from one WrestleMania to the next is very important because some people only watch WrestleMania, and if you have the guy who cashed in his Money in the Bank contract on the man who just won the World Heavyweight title last year at WrestleMania facing off against each other this year, I can understand where they're going with it. But it's not the most exciting matchup. I'm not here to dog on it too much, but Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, I'm going to need to see a little bit more from this feud in order to really get me invested and not feel like it's a bit of a downgrade for Drew. Again, no shot at Damian Priest. I love Damian. You guys know this, okay? He's damn cool. But Damian Priest right now feels like he maybe should be in the United States title picture as opposed to the world title picture and rebuilding that image that he has. He's a great babyface. People like to get behind him, so give him a reason to get the people behind him, right? Put him in a title match. Let him win that, but it doesn't have to be the world title. What's up, dude? Come here. What's up, dude? Bro, this has been nuts. I literally just got stopped by a fan here as I'm sitting in a random hotel lobby. Like, what is life? But the chamber match, vicious, man, vicious. Great storytelling, back and forth. Just an incredible chamber match. Look, I am struggling a little bit to piece together every single part that happened in this men's elimination chamber match, just because there was so much going on. But just witnessing Logan Paul's athleticism in person. Look, I know Logan gets a lot of crap on him, and sometimes rightfully so. But his athleticism is insane. The dude is a menace in the ring. He's built for this sport. And the fact that he's, 26, 27? We've got a whole future with Logan Paul here in WWE. The world's his oyster, man. And the crazy part is, we might be building the Logan Paul versus CM Punk at WrestleMania now. Generational feud, man, that could potentially be. And on the microphone, it's going to work. The slap to the face of Punk beforehand. I know Punk got a slap back in the match, but still, there's a big-time story there for WrestleMania. And it's not the main event of WrestleMania for CM Punk. And granted, I know Seth Rollins had some stuff to some issues with Punk in that matchup, right? That door stayed open. Punk, if I'm remembering correctly, didn't Punk get stomped by Seth? Anyways, this is why I normally rewatch the show before I do the review. But when it came down to it, the final two, man. John Cena and CM Punk just, oh my God. Oh yeah, definitely. Seth Rollins did cost CM Punk the match, right? He stomped him and then John Cena put the STF in and Punk passed out. Yeah, there we go. Now Conman's remembering. But let me tell you, when we got down to that final two, when it was John Cena, when it was CM Punk, I was torn, man. I chose a side. I chose CM Punk's side. And the con curse lives on, man. Anytime I make a prediction, anytime I fully get behind anybody, they lose. All right, Sami Zayn took the L tonight. Guess what? CM Punk took the L tonight. But, all right. So John Cena makes CM Punk pass out to the STF, and here comes Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, the man who is supposed to sell his soul to The Rock to be the corporate champion. He goes down to the ring, looks John Cena in his eye, shakes that man's hand. He's like, all right, let's do it. Let's wrestle at WrestleMania. Let's have a great little battle of respect. The old face of the WWE versus the new face of the WWE, right? Big match at WrestleMania, no doubt about it. But as soon as we were feeling all warm and cozy and all happy, like, oh yay, let's go John Cena versus this man Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Let's freaking go, right? We're so damn excited. If you smell. Normally I'd get a lot louder than that, but if you smell what The Rock is cooking. Yo, Rock shows up with Travis Scott in his entrance. What was Travis Scott doing there in the ring for John Cena's heel turn? But yeah, Travis Scott plays Rock out, and then Rock shows on up and marches on down to the ring, looks at Cody and says, it's time to sell your soul. It's time to make your decision. And Cody Rhodes, with his full chest, go fuck yourself, Rock. And that's when John Cena popped off. The dude was selling after he was telling Cody Rhodes, don't do it, don't join him, be your own man. What are you thinking, Cody? John Cena goes to hug Cody Rhodes as The Rock is watching onwards from the background. And what? What? What do you mean? What do you mean this? What do you mean that? What do you mean John Cena is gonna turn? John Cena turned heel. The words that I just said, John Cena turned heel. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm actually getting goosebumps just talking about this. I was there March 1st, 2025, to see John Cena's last match in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The very first match I ever saw of John Cena live, turns heel. Bro, I saw a generational moment, man. I saw an absolute generational moment in the entire stadium, man. It was pure shock. Like, legitimate shock, dude. Not to say you could hear a pin drop, there wasn't boos, but, like, the realization, the moment Rock did this, the realization of what was about to happen came over the entire crowd. I don't know how many people were there, definitely over 40,000. But the most famous stadium in Canada, the Rogers Centre, was in shock. There's no other words for it. I kid you not, as we were leaving the stadium, we were stopped by a few fans while we were out there. People just wanted to chat about the show, and everybody couldn't believe what they just saw. Smiles, though. Smiles on everybody's faces. And this is why I believe that the John Cena and Hulk Hogan heel turns are very different. We know there's going to be conversations about this. We know there's going to be people comparing the two, right? Which heel turn was more impactful, all that stuff. We even opened the video talking about that. But this was different, man. This was different. Like, Hulk Hogan was a FU to the fans. Hulk Hogan was a giant middle finger. This John Cena heel turn is something people have been wanting since, what, 2008? Maybe 2010 if we're pushing it? And we also know John Cena back in 2011 was about to turn heel, or at least rumors say he was about to turn heel. Apparently he had a full brand new heel theme song, and I hope he debuts that shit. I hope we see a brand new corporate Cena. Oh my god, I'm just saying that out loud right there. A corporate Cena managed by the final boss, The Rock, on the board of directors of TKO. If we see John Cena wearing that suit, as he always does, being a corporate champion, being a shill for the company, oh my god, honestly, that story right there writes itself. Because then you have this guy, Cody Rhodes, who completely turned down Rock's offer to give him the world. He turned it down, and the man who picked it up is the man Cody Rhodes is trying to replace, trying to surpass in a way where he wants to work the John Cena schedule. He wants to work like John Cena did. He wants to do all the Make-A-Wishes. He wants to do all the charity events. He wants to do all the pressers. And John Cena just flipped him the hell off. You don't get better than that. So, it's official. John Cena is a heel. He turned on Cody Rhodes, he kicked him low, and then he kept beating him up. He hit him with titles. I'm not sure if he hit him with brass knucks, but he certainly hit him with a lot of things. Cody Rhodes was left bleeding. Just a brutal sight. But what I will say this is, while we were leaving the arena, while we were walking up all the stairs and all that, there was one person that stood out to me who was sitting in their chair after everybody else had left their area. He was just sitting there staring right down at the ring. Mouth still kind of like, he wasn't moving, man. Like, you could tell John Cena had this level of impact on people. John Cena finds a way to make us care about him. Whether it's we're going to hate him or love him, if we're going to root for Cody Rhodes and make him the biggest babyface in the world, or if it's going to backfire and people are going to root for John Cena because he turned heel. Like, this is like, Triple H, well done. You had the balls to turn John Cena heel. And hey, if John's on board, dude, I'm on board. If you're on board, man, it's going to be a hell of a ride. So, as The Rock said, just sit back, relax, and let him take you for a ride, because sheesh. We gotta yield John Cena. But that being said, it's probably time for me to get out of here. So if you guys want to know more, I will definitely talk about this more at length in Hot Takes tomorrow. So make sure you get your hot takes submitted going over to my Twitter. Check that out over there. Make sure you drop a follow, and make sure you leave a like and a comment on this video. Editor Jay, shout out to you, brother. You weren't supposed to work tonight, but this is an emergency last-minute review. So much love, Jay. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. My God. John Cena's heel.